Today is National Beer Day, and if you're old enough, well, you can celebrate by picking up a pint. But if some other folks may be looking for a different way to spice up some of their food and to celebrate the day, well, joining me here to show us how you can incorporate your favorite craft beer into some of your recipes at home is Applebee's kitchen manager Melissa T-By and beverage director Jeff Patel. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Wonderful spread here. What are you making? And I see a burger, but I don't see any beer in here. How are you incorporating beer?
We've got our beer garden burger with our Blue Moon beer cheese. It's a fantastic beer cheese, and we top it with our homemade house pickles. So we incorporate our beer into our sauces.
Oh, so it's not in the burger, it's in the sauce?
Correct.
And what kind of beer, and what does the beer add to the flavor of the sauce?
It's a Belgian Blue Moon, and it just adds that extra flavor. I think that, when you heat it up, you can smell the beer. It just adds an extra flavor profile.
Now, some folks are like, I'm not a big fan of beer. Is it an overwhelming beer flavor? Is it mild? I mean, how would you describe it?
I would describe it as mild, definitely. I think it just adds, like I said, a different flavor profile, so it's definitely adding to the burger flavor itself, and just gives it an extra kick.
All right. And Jeff, you have a couple of beers here. You're the beverage director. How do you go about selecting which types of beverages, and for today, we'll talk about beers that you guys will feature?
Right. Over the last couple of years, Applebee's been trying to get into the craft game more and more. And so really when it comes to beer, it's pretty simple. Light food, light beer, dark food, dark beer. So it gets really easy that way. But generally speaking, if you like a beer by itself, you're going to like it with the food. So it's fun. You can contrast or compare flavors, and either way, you really can't go wrong with beer.
And you guys have an 8 Mile Amber beer.
We do.
Is that one of the ones that
we've partnered with Shorts and Atwater this year, and Atwater's brewed the 8 Mile Amber for only at their brew house, and they allowed us to have it at some of our restaurants now. So a lot of our restaurants are carrying 8 Mile Amber by Atwater, which is a great middle of the road beer that goes with everything.
Okay, and you said middle of the road, so it's not too
hoppy, not too sweet. It's a real well balanced beer.
Is
and
one of
that'd be this guy right here. Yep, nice
Man,
amber beer, amber color, absolutely.
Sure, absolutely. Okay. It is nice.
It's a tasty beer.
Very nice. And Melissa, what are some of the other ways that you incorporate beer into items? Obviously, we did it with the sauce here. Are there other ways that folks at home can mix it in?
Absolutely. I recommend a stout. We also use a stout gravy with 2 of our dishes, our crispy brew house chicken, as well as our grilled onion sirloin with stout gravy. Stout, any wheat beer, adding that to your meals will definitely add that flavor to your home cooked meals.
So when someone is cooking, thinking, okay, I'd like to add a beer. Obviously, there's some that are light, some that are heavier. What should folks think if I add sort of a darker beer, this is going to be heavier? And what types of flavors or profile does the heavier beer have?
Sure. It depends on which heavier beer you're using, if it's hoppier or, like Jeff had mentioned, more mild beer. We add it to our gravy. I think it gives it a great flavor to the gravy itself. So maybe something a little bit more sweeter with the hoppier beer. And then we use our wheat beer with our cheese sauce.
And you mentioned a couple of the other items here. This looks like pretzel sticks?
Beer pub pretzels with beer cheese. Fantastic addition to any of the meals on National Beer Day.
And this is the beer garden burger.
Yes.
Well, you went through all the trouble of fixing it. I mean,
I'd
be rude if I just let it sit here and get cold. So I'm going to give this
It's a good
try.
one.
Looks good. Very nice.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Melissa and Jeff from Applebee's. You're at the Commerce Applebee's,
yes,
right?
I am, yes.
So if they want the food stylings of Melissa T-By, you can go to the Commerce Applebee's. I'm going to finish eating this burger. We'll be right back with another check of news, weather, and traffic coming up right after this.